Welcome to Sugosha Defence News. Today's highlights. DGFT authorizes Department of Defence Production to be licensing authority for export of items under Category 6 of SCOMET. The DAC approves 10 capital acquisition proposals worth Rs 1.45 lakh crores to enhance defence preparedness. DRDO hands over production document of 30 HEPF Shell to Director General of Naval Armament Inspection. India and Kenya hold third Joint Defence Cooperation Committee meeting. Param Siddhi supercomputer to be upgraded with 8 Nvidia H100 GPUs more nodes. FWDA, the Flying Wedge company, announces successful maiden flight of indigenous bomber aircraft. Australia makes first ever combat aircraft deployment to India for exercise Tarang Shakti 24. Indian Air Force seeks advanced seed capabilities for Rafale and Tejas Mark 1A with Rudram 1 integration. Indian Patent Office grants patent to AVANI for electronic point detonation fuze. The global highlights: KBR finalizes buy of LinQuest expanding its space support ops. First Airbus H160M prototype begins final assembly. Slovakia spends 1.2 billion euros on Israeli air defense system and new trucks. DGFT has now authorized the Department of Defense Production to be the licensing authority for export of all items falling under Category 6 of SCOMET, which includes 22 line items from smooth-bore weapons to software for military end use, streamlining certain exclusions existing earlier. As the exports under the SCOMET have increased substantively during the last 3 years, DGFT has taken several initiatives based on regular interactions with the industry to facilitate authorized and responsible export of these high-end goods and technologies, which includes strengthening DGFT's e-platform for licensing, laying down a liberalized general authorization policy for items such as drones, dual-use chemicals, telecommunication equipment, information security systems, and for repairs in India, repeat order for stock and sale policy, intra-company transfers, among many others. The Defence Acquisition Council on September 3rd accorded acceptance of necessity for 10 capital acquisition proposals amounting to Rs 1,44,000 crores. Of the total cost of AONs, 99% is from indigenous sources under the Buy Indian and Buy IDDM categories. For the Army, the FRCVs with superior mobility, all-terrain ability, multi-layered protections, precision and lethal fires over and real-time situational awareness, air defense fire control radars which will detect and track aerial target and provide firing solution, forward repair team tracked which has suitable cross-country mobility for carrying out in situ repair during mechanized operations. This equipment is designed and developed by AVNL and is authorized for both mechanized infantry battalion and armored regiment. For the Indian Coast Guard, Dornier 228 aircraft, next generation fast patrol vessels having high operational features in rough weather conditions, next generation offshore patrol vessels with advanced technology and enhanced long range operations. And for the Navy, construction of 7 Project 17B stealth fight frigates worth Rs 70,000 crores. DRDO has handed over the production document of 30 high explosive preformed fragmentation HEPF Shell to Director General of Naval Armament Inspection during a ceremony organized at ARDE Pashan in Pune. This 30 HEPF shell, developed by ARDE, the Pune-based laboratory of DRDO, will further enhance the combat capability of the Indian Navy against drones. The features of HEPF shell are similar to the in-service ammunition so that it can be fired from existing AK-630 naval gun. The HEPF shell yields better fragmentation lethality than the HEI shell, making it effective for neutralization of drone swarms. The HEPF shell hardware was manufactured by three Indian firms as per the ARD specifications and subjected to gun firing proof test in association with Naval Armament Inspectorate, Jabalpur. The test confirmed the suitability of HEPF shell for its adaptation in AK-630 gun, paving a way for its induction. Bangalore headquartered Flying Wedge Defence and Aerospace announced the successful maiden flight of indigenous unmanned bomber aircraft, the FWD 200B. According to the FWD founder and CEO Suhas Tejas, classified as a medium altitude, that is 15,000 feet long endurance unmanned aerial vehicle, the FWD 200B is equipped with optical payloads for surveillance and missile-like weapons for airstrikes and bombing. The aircraft's aerodynamics design, airframe, propulsion systems, control systems, electronics, all are made in India at FWDA's state-of-the-art manufacturing facility of 12,000 square feet built on 1.5 acres of land located at Electronics City in Bangalore. The Royal Australian Air Force has deployed combat aircraft to India for the first time. Australia's three EA-18G Growler aircraft and up to 120 personnel are participating in exercise Tarang Shakti 24, India's largest multilateral air exercise, currently underway at Air Force Station Jodhpur until 13th of September. This deployment builds upon increased air defence cooperation between Australia and India in recent years, including hosting Indian Air Force flankers at exercise Pitch Black and conducting training activities with Indian Navy P-8I Neptune surveillance aircraft. Australia remains dedicated to supporting India's key role in the region through expanded and enhanced defence cooperation. The first phase of exercise Tarang Shakti, concluded in Tamil Nadu in August, witnessed participation from the air forces of Germany, France, Spain and UK. This second phase, with the inclusion of Australia's combat aircraft, further solidifies the exercise's significance in promoting regional security and cooperation. Indian Air Force is looking to enhance its offensive capabilities by integrating the domestically developed Rudram 1 anti-radiation missile onto its premier fighter jets, the Rafale and the Tejas Mark 1A. This strategic move signifies the Indian Air Force's intent to equip its arsenal with state-of-the-art suppression of enemy air defenses SEAD capabilities. The Rudram 1, manufactured by Adani Defence, is currently awaiting bulk orders from the Air Force for its Su-30 Mki fleet before full-scale production can commence. The Indian Air Force's interest in integrating this missile with the Rafale and Tejas Mark 1A could potentially accelerate this process. A look at the key features of Rudram 1 dual seeker advantage. Its passive homing head seeker and millimeter wave seeker ensure precise targeting. Safety first. An electromechanical safety arming mechanism with built-in safety features guarantees safety operation. With a length of 5.2 meters and a diameter of 315 millimeters, the Rudram 1 packs a 55 kilogram pre-fragmentation warhead and can be launched from altitudes between 1 to 15 kilometers, striking targets within a 100 to 150 kilometer range. In the global news, Houston-based KBR has finalized its purchase of LinQuest, expanding its reach into the space sector. LinQuest also has a heritage of serving important US government customers, including US Space Force, US Air Force, and other US Department of Defense and intelligence agencies. KBR is a 35,000 strong behemoth providing science and engineering support to governments and companies worldwide, including the US Defense Department. Based in Herndon, LinQuest, by contrast, is tiny with a workforce of only some 1,500 people but sports a specialty in engineering, data analytics, digital integration, and other support services related to national security space. KBR announced the planned buy on 16th of July for a sum of $737 million. With today's announcement, the company will begin to integrate LinQuest into its Government Solutions segment and Defense and Intel business unit. The final assembly is underway of the first of three Airbus helicopters H160M prototypes that will be used to develop the military version of the platform under the Light Joint Helicopter program for the French Armed Forces. This is taking place in parallel with ongoing system integration work, including bench testing and in flight aerodynamic testing. The company announced the milestone on 19th of July following the dispatch of the first major component assembly, the main fuselage, from its Donauwörth facility in Germany to the final assembly line in Marignan, southern France, on 4th of July. The other three MCAs are the rotor blades manufactured at Paris Le Bourget, the tail boom made in Albacete, Spain, and the main gearbox built at Marignan. The first flight of this prototype is scheduled for 2025. Slovakian government is to sign an intergovernmental agreement with Israel by the end of October for 6 ground-based air defense systems. The $614 million deal for launchers, radars, missiles, and related equipment follows governmental approval, with deliveries of the system expected to start in 2025 and be completed by 2029. After looking at options from several manufacturers, the Slovak Ministry of Defense justified the acquisition in documents submitted to Parliament that the offer for air defense system from Israel was the most advantageous in economic, technical, and time frame terms. That's all the news for today. We hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you.